if you take 10 years ago as the sort of the standard, it's almost 10 times harder to get traffic today for a piece of content than it was 10 years ago. That's just with Google, and that's the good news. If you look at the AI companies, OpenAI is 750 times harder, Anthropic is 30,000 times harder. As the interface of the web is shifting from search to AI, people are consuming derivatives, not originals. And so if that's the case, if there's not an incentive for people to create content, I think people will stop creating content, and that really is an existential threat to the web.
Okay, that's a pretty good and concise description of the problem. So what is the solution here? What are you all doing?
So the answer has to be that AI companies have to pay for content. The deal is different than it used to be with search. Search, they copied your content, and in exchange they sent you traffic that you could monetize. If now they're copying your content, they're not sending you anything, then why would you give them their content in the beginning? So AI companies have to pay for content. And I think what's encouraging is we're actually seeing some AI companies that are doing that. Amazon just announced a deal with the New York Times. OpenAI has done a number of content deals that are out there. But the problem with a lot of those deals that we realized was you can't have a market unless you have some level of scarcity. And so what we thought the first step was, and what we announced on July 1st, was we're going to, by default, block the ability for AI crawlers to get content unless they are compensating the content creators for getting that content. Now, exactly how the compensation works, again, I think there's a lot of different models. I think we're going to take some iterations, but the first step has to be actually saying, if you're an AI company, you can't get content for free.